Hey everybody, it's Brooke. Welcome back. It's Friday. Phew. Okay, the last 24 hours have been a little intense. Not even gonna lie, lots and lots and lots and lots of downloads on like my next step. Downloads, answered questions, 33 on my clock. Whew. Tell you, I just went to the gas station and I pull up behind this car and their tags are 333. And then I pass a work truck and it's 888. Okay, so the messages are pretty loud. Ascended Masters are with us. Ascended Masters are here, leading and guiding. It's 1:11 on my clock. Things are manifesting quickly. So when things are manifesting, we need to make sure that no matter what you're seeing in the 3D, you're keeping your vibe high. So how do you keep your vibe high? For me, I daydream. I daydream while I'm working. I daydream while I'm driving. I daydream while I'm showering. I mean, that is how we utilize the energy of Jupiter and Neptune being in Pisces. They're in their home sign. They're in their home sign. Okay? They're in their home sign of Pisces. Where is Pisces at in your birth chart? Go back and look, because this is going to give you a good understanding of what is 222 on my clock, of what is being highlighted. Okay? Pisces is in the 9th house. The 9th house is all about travel. 2, 3, 4. Things are moving forward. So Pisces for me is in the 9th house of travel. Okay? Traveling. And y'all don't know how bad I want to get an RV. Just hit the road. Like, I just want to go. I really, really do. That's a dream that I have. So why not dream about that and allow for towers to happen so you can get on that path of your dreams? Like, it's been important for me to share a different perspective of the twin flame journey. It's been important for me to share what's happened to me and what's kind of given me that, it's just been part of my journey. It's just been part of my journey. And my journey has kind of been mind-blowing. Not even gonna lie, it's been mind-blowing. But that's kind of how Jupiter and Neptune is in Pisces. So, when I first started 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, on the twin flame journey, it was first to 414. 144 is definitely part of my soul family. Okay, so before I started, let's back that up. So before I even started the twin flame journey, I really started calling in my soul family. So how do you know if they're part of your soul family? For me, names were important. Okay, names were very important. 444 on my clock. Angels are with us. So part of my soul family, like clients would call, new clients to come in and get their hair done, And they would say, you're never going to guess, you're never going to believe my daughter's name is Brooke. Or their name would be Sarah, or their name would be Devin, or their name would be Janice. You know, there would be name connections to us. So I was like, okay, well, this is kind of cool, because this is, again, learning how to navigate the journey. Everybody's journey is different. So when I share my perspective, it's not that I'm saying another perspective is wrong. It's just, it's so unique to you. And you've got to be able to figure out that uniqueness. You've got to be able to figure out how your guides are talking. You've got to, 555 on my clock. Change is definitely coming. So you've got to figure out how your guides are talking to you. You've got to figure out who's showing up to be a guide, or who is there to teach you a lesson. Okay, so I started calling in my soul family. That led me to the first gentleman that I met on my twin flame journey. And at the time, I was kind of like, oh my God, is he my twin? Is he my twin? Is he my twin? Like, what if I screw up? What if I did it? And I was so wrapped up in trying to figure it all out that I didn't realize these things had to happen to help me figure it out, right? So each person that I've met has shown me a different part of my gifts. So for instance, with the first one, showed me that when I intuitively feel something and I intuitively know something, to always trust it. I mean, he was sleeping with Ashley behind my back, and I was dreaming about it. So always listen to what's happening. Always listen to what you're being told. Always listen to your dreams. Dreams are very important. I recommend keeping a dream journal. I have literally been woken up with a song playing in my head, and then understand a few months down the road why that song was playing. So we are planting seeds along the way for messages, for runes of growth. Okay, the people that we bring in are also showing us parts of our gifts, and we're learning how to trust them. We're learning how to understand them. We're learning how to navigate the journey, right? So as I was calling in my soul family, and they were all connected to family names, that's when my grandfather started stepping in for really the shamanic part of everything. Okay, he's the Indian. And that's kind of when it changed. And then I met John the Baptist. Then Daniel showed up 2 different times, okay, to help me understand who I was and what I was meant to be doing. And then Moses shows up. So, and then I start looking at my ex-husband, and then I'm looking at my children, and then I'm piecing that other piece of the puzzle together, going, okay, well, another part of my soul family is definitely connected to biblical times. Okay, so I have been following the Leo King for a year and a half. Okay, and I've had some crazy synchronicities with him as well. And when I say crazy synchronicities, I'm kind of like, what the hell does this mean? So, in knowing my connection to my biblical people, okay, and in calling in my soul family, and in healing that narcissistic empath relationship, because that is the biggest lesson for empaths to learn. Those of you that follow me, you are an empath, okay? Empaths are coming together. Empaths are uniting together because we were meant to feel things on such a deep level to mold us into the healers, into the leaders that we're meant to be, okay? So, I know going to Utah in just a couple of weeks, there's going to be major life-changing events that happen. My synchronicities with David, the Leo King, has gotten me to that point, right? So, you know, for instance, and when Spirit is trying to talk to you and trying to guide you, there's going to be things that happen, synchronicities that happen that you can't explain, okay? For instance, he shares a birthday with my mother. What's the chances? He calls himself Davy Crockett. Davy Crockett, his grandparents are buried in the town that I grew up in, and they were killed by the Indians in 1777. Okay? His nephew's name's Nathan. Okay, another crazy wackadoo. But the one that got me the most was yesterday. The girl that he's seeing, her name is Ashley. Can't make this shut up. Why am I saying this? Because these synchronicities had to happen to get my attention, to make sure that I'm there, because there's going to be connections made with other light workers. There's going to be connections made with more of my soul family, more of my soul tribe, okay, that's going to move closer in the direction that I'm meant to be going in. So, we've got a lot going on with the energy coming up over the next week. We are getting ready to have the full moon in Sagittarius. There's going to be a lunar eclipse. And eclipses clip things out that are not meant to be on your destined path, okay? So, and they're happening like, okay, so for instance, I have really been drawn to what is the difference between fate and destiny. For some reason, I needed to know this. For some reason, I needed to really understand the difference, right? Because this is kind of what helps me to navigate, is this, who is this person and what are they meant to do? What is our mission, 1333? What is our mission together? What work are we meant to do together? What lessons are we meant to learn together? Okay, this is taking it to a bird's eye view and really being able to see the big picture and understand how everybody kind of fits into the puzzle, right? So, had I not had those synchronicities with David that I did, I wouldn't be drawn to being in Utah when I'm meant to be there, okay? I know this. I don't know why I'm meant to be there. I don't know who I'm going to meet. I don't know what's going to happen. But I do know that that's my next step. Okay? Part of this journey is when you plant the seeds along the way, you've got to wait for them to harvest, to be collected. Just because you don't see it yet doesn't mean that it's not coming. 1441, okay? You can get there faster when no matter who comes into your life, no matter what comes into your life, whether it is a twin flame, divine masculine, divine feminine, It doesn't matter what label you put on them, okay? Because lessons are going to show up until you learn how to master non-attachment. Non-attachment is saying, yes, you are my divine feminine, or yes, you are my divine masculine, or yes, you are my twin flame. Whatever you want to put on it. If it is toxic, it is not coming from the divine. That's how you know. One thing that I say to my girlfriend over and over again, love looks so pretty on you. Love looks pretty on you. That's when you know. Because people that have seen us empaths, 1551, people that have seen us empaths go through relationships that literally suck the life out of us, and that life is our light, okay? We are natural fixers. We are natural psychics. We are natural healers, okay? That's what we are. But we have to go through that journey of no matter what you are, no matter what labels put on this, if this is not love and light, and if this is not loving to self, I must walk away. Okay? That is how you master non-attachment, not being attached to any outcome with any person. Any person. So I know those synchronicities had to happen to get me fate, to get me to that point. Because had it not happened, I wouldn't have gone. But God had to be like, hey, boop, boop, hey, listen to me. Hey, you're not paying attention. Let me get louder. Let me speak to you in a different language. That is synchronicities. And as we're going through and we're learning how to decipher the code, because that's what we're doing, we're deciphering codes, okay? You lead the way with that. You tell them, okay, this is what this means to me. So when I see this, this is what this means, okay? I can't tell you what that code's going to be because that's the language that you talk to with your guides. That's the language that you talk to with God. And God is speaking. God is magic. Let me tell you, God is magic. You know, if I had a dream, I would love to apply for a job to work with David. I think it would be amazing. And that could be the reason why I've had those synchronicities, because that may be the next step for me when it comes to work. And then I look at my situation of what's going on with my kids. Okay, if I decided to go work there, I'm not going to be able to be next to my children. That hurts. At the same token, they're about to turn 16. You know, what do you do? What do you do in situations like that? In 2 years, they're going to be 18, and they're going to be ready to go on their own. So, right now, like a big part of my journey is about to open up. And I have no idea which direction it's going to go in. A big part of my journey is about to be unfolded, because as we learn lessons and as we step up and we ascend to the next one, okay? As we ascend, and that's what ascension is learning the lesson, recognize the lesson, and keep on moving, okay? Practicing non-attachment to anyone or anything or any location or any of that. And I'm literally having to walk through non-attachment to everything and share my journey along the way. So, I pulled cards. You're very close to achieving your goal. So, as you practice these skills, as you uncover the seeds, keep a check on the ego. This is also the Leo card. I mean, it's been popping up. This is the full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in your way. At the same token, being fearless and stepping into the king and queen essence. Kings and queens do not take any bullshit from anybody. They know what love feels like, and if it's not that, they don't want it. And reaching that point and finding, because this is a new moon in Taurus, finding your self-value and honoring your self-value. I mean, this all just confirms what I was just saying. So, that's the hardest part, is letting go and letting God uncover it all. I was just having a conversation with my girlfriend, and God, I love her because she's so positive, and it's a good reflection. It's a good mirror of what I need, because we can tell people these things, but it's a different story when you live and you embody and you embrace it. It's a completely different meaning when I sit here and say, let go and let God. 22:02 on my clock. Everything's going to be okay. It's all protected by God. That's what that 0 means. You know, it's a completely different story. And I have to show people. I have to speak about it. And it makes me really uncomfortable. 22:23 on my clock. Like, it makes me really uncomfortable. You know, yesterday, David said, you know, me and Ashley didn't really plan for this. It was just destiny. Did he really say her name was Ashley? Like, oh my God, I had to just turn it off. Like, what the hell does this even mean? What the fuck does this even mean? I don't know. I have no idea. But what's the chances that you come across someone in your life and, you know, there could be a message, there could be you know, my next step in my career, like, I don't know, but I'm open to seeing what God has to unfold in a couple of weeks, because it's definitely going to be interesting. I think really this will decide, it'll be a deciding factor if I really, and you know, a part of me kind of just wants to meet the crew to see if my energy would be able to vibe with them before I would even apply for a job. So there's that, you know what I mean? Who knows what this means? I have no idea. And I guess I'm just really, ultimately, my guides are leading me through this ascension, okay, to help navigate those behind me, to help navigate new territory, to help navigate something that's not been done before. You know? And a lot of why I really haven't, like, at first I was connected to what I was seeing with the twin flame journey, and then I just got really turned off by it, because to me it just felt so toxic. Like, why would you hold on to something that is killing you? It's killing your light. It's putting your light out. I don't know. And it's no offense, no, I'm not meaning this bad towards anybody that believes that and holds on to that. For me, I just saw it differently. The last Jupiter transit I had led me to the first healthy love that I'd ever had in my adult life. And they say the hardest one is always the first one after a toxic relationship. And it's true. So I know this Jupiter transit is about to open up something completely different. I can feel it. I can feel the shift. Jupiter's going to come close to my sun. And my sun's in the 8th house. Okay? So Jupiter's going to come almost right on top of my sun. And then it's going to retrograde back into Aquarius. So it's going to retrograde over my moon. And then it's going to move forward, and then it's going to cross my sun. So it did this back in 2010. So this time I'm listening. And even if you get scared to take the leap of faith, even if you are having questions or doubts, what do you have to lose? You might learn something. Why are we afraid of failure? Why are we afraid of change? Why are we afraid to let go of things that are toxic? I am more excited about going and meeting so many of my soul family, because I truly believe that's what's going to happen. And I had to have those synchronicities to get me there. I had to have those crazy, like, what the fuck did he just say? Moments to get my attention, to go, okay, this is where I need to go. This is my next step. Because I'll be real honest with you. I grew up with a mother like him. So, I don't know how well this will work working together. Just saying. And that's another reason why I've not applied, even though I'd love to. I'd love to apply. I'd love to just say, okay, let's start this next journey of working, with astrology, working with a bunch of light workers. Because to me, that would be, like, amazing. But there's been a lot of hesitation of, is it gonna blow up? You know what I mean? So anyway, this has been a long one. I love you guys. I hope these messages find you well. I hope that you take the time to reflect back over everything that's happened. Really use this energy of Mercury being still and before Saturn retrogrades. Because Saturn's going station. Retrograde will be at the end of the month. And Saturn is karma. So, what karma have you been planting? What seeds have you been planting? Because as it goes retrograde, that's the seeds that are going to start coming up. Okay? And I'll be here sharing every step. Makes me nervous. Anyway, love you guys. Do me a favor, hit like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell if you want to know when a new video is uploaded. And I'll see you soon. Bye.